Okay, last video, last lot of examples. I know it's been a lot of examples today, but it's really important. This is a really important concept, so as many examples as we can write down as possible to help us out. So we're going to look at what we call perfect examples, perfect square examples. So recall, if you've got a plus b all squared or a minus b all squared, they're perfect squares. Okay, anything with a bracket and a squared is called a perfect square. All right, and what you'll see for these ones are the factors will be the same. So let's go. So product of 9, sum, thing in front of x is 6, factors. Hopefully you'll see straight away 3 and 3 work. It's the same factor, 3, 3. Okay, so 3 times 3 is 9 and 3 plus 3 is 6. So that would be x plus 3, and what we do is we write that shorter as x plus 3 all squared. Alright, next one, write down x squared minus 6x plus 9. So we see a product of 9, a sum of negative 6 factors. Once again, I think 3 and 3 are good, but we need to get a sum of negative 6, so we're going to chuck a negative on both. Okay, so negative 3 times negative 3 is 9, and if you add the negative 3 with negative 3, you'll get the negative 6. So the factors that we are after here are negative 3 and negative 3. So x minus 3 times x minus 3, or the shortcut is x minus 3 all squared. Hopefully you can spot the difference between part A and part B. One has a positive and one has a negative. That's the only difference there for that particular one. Okay, let's have a look at this one here. So write down x squared, so question C, x squared minus 12x plus 36. We've got a product of 36. Sum, thing in front of x is negative 12. Factors, I reckon 6 and 6 with negative on both. So when you add them, you get negative 12. Good. When you times them, you get 36. So that's going to be x minus 6, and the shortcut way of writing that is x minus 6 all squared. Alright, two last ones to make it a little bit more tricky. So this one here, so write down D, 2x squared plus 20x plus 50. We take out the 2, we should have x squared plus 10x plus 25. Alright, product sum factor. See if you can do it quicker than me. Product of 25, sum of 10, and factors. So 5 times 5 is 25, and they add to give 10, right? The 2 hangs out the front, and I've got brackets x plus 5 and another brackets x plus 5. Or we can write that shorter as 2 and then bracket x plus 5 all squared. This particular one here, now remember that if you've got a negative out the front, you should take that negative out. So I'm going to take out negative, and I've got 3, 18 and 27. All three of those are in the 3 times table. So let's take out negative 3. Okay, so that'll be x squared to get the negative 3x squared. Now, when you take out a negative, it changes the sign. So that plus will change to a minus. 3 times 6 gives 18. We need an x. And then because I've taken out the negative, that's going to change sign to being a plus. And 3 times 9 gives 27 there. Okay, so I'm looking at this bit here. Product of 9, sum, thing in front of x, negative 6. Factors, I reckon 3 and 3 with both negative will work. Okay, convince yourself that that works. So we've got negative 3 bracket x minus 3, x minus 3. So that's going to be negative 3 bracket x minus 3 all squared. Okay, in question 10, there are some other ones where there are some perfect square examples. So you can now finish off the exercise. Hopefully you've done 3 to 7 all, and now you can do 10 all. If not, you can go back and finish it. But one last thing I wanted to say before you pause the video is what we've been doing here, this x squared plus bx plus c factorizations, that's called factorizing, and we wrote the heading monic quadratic trinomial. I just want to tell you what those 3 words mean. So monic means that the number in front of the highest power of x is 1. So the highest power of x here is x squared. The number in front is 1. Mono means 1. Okay, so a monic means the highest power of x, the coefficient is a 1. So that's what monic means. Quadratic. Quadratic is a polynomial where the highest power of x is power of 2. So Quadratic are things that have x squareds in them. The highest power of x is 2. And trinomial, tri means 3. So trinomial means 3 terms. So you can see that we've got 1, 2, 3 terms. So this procedure that we've been doing today is how you factorize monic quadratic trinomials. Okay, I want you to work on exercise 8F, questions 3 to 7 and 10, all on page 495. And then after you finish that, we're going to do part of the chapter review. I'm going to call it part 1. We're going to do the multiple choice questions 1 to 5, which is on page 526, and short answer questions 1 to 5 all, and 6 A, B, C, D, E on page 527. Can you make sure you write those down, and they will be homework for tonight. So finish off 8F, and then you're doing the first part of the chapter 8 chapter review. Okay. Pause the video so you can copy that down.